Hiya, it's Sally here. Today I'm jumping on to show you a few bits and pieces that I've done with the brand new stamp sets from Divine Designs, which is a new brand that is coming. It's been released by GlitzCraft, and I just wanted to show you what I've done so far with the samples that I've been making. Whilst I was getting myself used to the stamp sets. I'm just going to concentrate on 2 stamp sets for now, and then I will do some more videos incorporating a few more of the sets as I start to use them and create samples. So I didn't do videos with these, but I will go through them quickly on what I did, and then in other videos I will do some work with you and show you how I create things. The first 2 that I've started working with is the Salty Seahorse stamp set, and that I love this, absolutely love this. This one has got the seahorses in, and obviously this is just, I've laminated this because it just goes in my storage, but this is the stamp set, so it's a lot bigger than this. So you've got 2 beautiful seahorses. Let me just grab a white piece of paper to show. I'm not very prepared today, am I? No, just let me grab this piece of paper because you'll be able to see it better. So there we go. So they're a lot bigger. They're an A5 stamp set, so it is huge. And this one's got 2 beautiful seahorses in. It's got a big one and a baby one. And then it's got a beautiful little dolphin at the bottom. And then we've got foliage, starfish and bubbles for under the sea. So there's scope here to make all sorts of projects, whether they be clean and simple or mixed media. Also, you can make them for any occasion, so very versatile again, as usual with our Leona. She's brought out some fabulous stamp sets and I can't wait to show them all to you. So that's the first one, and the second one that I'm working with at the moment is Walter Whale, and again it's a bigger stamp set than this. This is just my laminated sheet so that I know when I go for my storage what's in my box. So again, just let me grab my paper so you can see better. So again, it's another A5 stamp set. It's quite a big one again. Walter Whale is huge. He's up there with a big smile on his face, and then you've got little fish down here. Again, you've got foliage and seaweed, some little bubbles, and this is one of my favourite little elements of it as well. The anchor, I absolutely love that. Again, you've got your scope for your clean and simple cards for any occasion, and you can use it in your mixed media as well. So I'm just going to flip through a couple of samples that I've made so that you can see. The first one that I did was a very clean and simple one using the seahorse, and what I've done is I've stamped the seahorse out, Salty Seahorse, and I've watercoloured in. And I've also used gel pen and glaze pens to do the decorating on there, where I've added the dots and things for decoration. The background, basically I built up the area around him with some oxide inks. I think the Salty Ocean, obviously, and then I've used the bubbles in the Walter Whale set to add the texture and detail in the background. I've added some pearls for his sort of blowing bubbles, and then just added a little sentiment there to finish. And that's that one, and that's, again, it's a card for any occasion, and I really like that one. I was quite happy with that. I said that one of the elements that were my favourite was the little anchor, and this is just a little note card. It was an offcut from one of the cards that I'd made, and I thought I'll do a little card. So all I've done is, in the background is one of Leona's stencils that I've inked through it for a bigger project. And then I spritzed it behind, and I did that, you know, that shadow stenciling that I do, where I pick up what's on the wet stencil, and that gave me the background that looks like water. I thought that was quite perfect. And then all I've done is I've coloured in the anchor with what did I use? I think I used pencil crayons on this one. So I've just used pencil crayons on there, and it's just a little note card. Life was meant for a great adventure. These little sentiments, they're actually some Tim Holtz sentiments I've got loads of, so I thought I'd start using them up in my projects. So that's the little one there. And then I've done a tag here with the fish out of Walter Wales stamp set, and I've watercoloured 2 fish, and I've also used that glossy glaze, you know, the pens with the glaze on. I can't remember what they're called. Nope, it's gone out of my head, not to worry. And then the fantastic, that's something I haven't shown you actually, when you get these as well, you can get, to go with them, the Mdf boards. These are amazing, absolutely brilliant. They're jam-packed with loads of elements that you can use with the Under the Sea theme. So this one is well, you purchase it for use alongside your Walter Wales stamp set. It's in there, your anchors, your wheels, seaweed, little dolphin, and then this one has got the seahorse in, octopus, some fish, and I love this here, this fishing nets. So that's going to be something that I'm going to use on a project really soon, so keep your eye out for that. A sea turtle and some shells. So what I used on my tag was the Just Keep Swimming wordage, and all I've done is gone over it with, I think it was a gold alcohol marker. Yeah, I think it was. And then bubbles, added the bubbles. The background is the Distress Oxides, and then I've added the stamping. I've done the starfish and some seaweed, and then just added bubbles all over, and then gone round it with the oxides just to edge it. So that's a mixed media MDF tag, which again you can get these from Leona as well. I got another little mixed media one here. It's an MDF coaster. And there's a little bit of everything on here really. I started off with oxiding the actual course. No, I didn't. I used paint. I used acrylic paint on this one, and then I used some you know, the crackle paint from Ranger. I used some of that, and then I've used the shell from the MDF sheet, and then I've coloured up the beautiful seahorse and the anchor and a starfish and some seaweed, and literally I've also got some of that can't remember what it's called, that stringy stuff, you know, that you use in your mixed media. I tell you, things going out my brain today. Anyway, I've used that to give the impression, you know, under the sea, and then I've added another Tim Holtz sentiment and popped some bubbles stamps around as well. I thought that turned out really well as well. I've edged it again with some oxide, and that's just a little mixed media coaster. And then I've done a mixed media card. This just shows you the difference between doing something that's a little more clean and simple to something that you can add a lot more on. So what I've done with this, I've actually used watercolour card because I've popped a lot of water on it, and I have used the with this one, I'll show you something else as well. Leona has got a background stencil which is actually sea themed. Just to see if I can find something to put at the back of this. Let's have a look. There we go. Which is actually sea themed. I don't know if that's any better or any worse. Let me see. I haven't got a black piece of card. There, we'll try that. It's actually sea themed, so you've got shells, starfish, seaweed, and you know, your underwater stuff, and then a little clownfish there. So that's available on GlitzCraft as well, so it's an add-on. There's always things to add on and add on, so I forgot about that. So what I've done is I've used this to add the seaweed and the shells, and then I have I've stamped out the anchor, and I've done that in black, and then I've used a glitter pen and gone through. I don't know if that shows on there at all. I'm going to try. There we go. I think that's kind of showing a little bit. I used a glitter pen to decorate it, to make it look all nice and shiny and what have you. And I've used alcohol ink on that. And then with this one, I've watercoloured Salty the Seahorse again. I do like doing my watercolouring at the moment. And also on the back, the first thing that I did was use some oxides, squish it down on my mats, and then splosh it to get the initial, you know, the initial background, if you like. And then just popped it all together, and another, because he's all sparkly, I've even sparkled up Salty as well. And because he's all sparkly, I found a sparkly sentiment to go with that. So leave a little sparkle wherever you go, which I thought was quite cute. So that's what I've done up to now with these two. There are more to come. I've prepared a lot of, you know, stamped a lot off and cut them out and getting them ready to do some more projects. Obviously I have a wall-to-wale project that I want to do, a couple of wall-to-wale projects, but this is just what I've done in the last few days. So I hope that you like what you see, and I hope, you know, nip on. They're already on the website ready for sale, so I'll see you again in another video really soon. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.